the one who is still sending thank you emails to all your customers after the purchases manually, then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to set up thank you emails after purchase using AI agent. So over here I'm running a edutech company and we regularly thank our customers after the purchase using email. But this is such a tedious and a time consuming task to write personalized emails every day regularly. So to solve this problem, I've simply created this automation where what will happen is that as soon as a new payment is captured in my recipe account, which is as soon as we make a new purchase, as soon as we sell a new course, automatically my AI agent is going to generate the thank you email. And over here in my case, my AI agent is OpenAI. And further we are going to send that AI generated email to our customer using Gmail. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Razorpay, our AI agent, which is OpenAI, and then Gmail. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this connection for your business and send your customers automated emails? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll guide you through setting up an AI-powered system to send personalized thank you emails effortlessly after a purchase. So with AI agent in Pabbly, you can craft engaging and customized thank you messages that enhance your customer experience and build a stronger relationship with them. This automation ensures every customer receives a warm follow-up, boosting retention and brand loyalty. So let's get started. And to get started, we are going to give you a really simple example. Let's say that my name is test user and I'm just going to purchase this course right from here. So I'm just going to enter all of my details and I'm just going to simply purchase this course. So as you can see that I'm just going to select the payment method as UPI, enter my UPI ID, and we're going to purchase this course as test user. Alright, so I'm just going to enter all of my details and it is saying confirming the payment. Please wait for few seconds. Alright, so I'm just going to wait for few seconds, and yes, over here you can see payment successful. So with this, we have successfully purchased this course and now I'm the customer of this company. So okay, now I'm just going to open my email and check that if I have received the thank you email after this purchase or not. So I'm just going to open my Gmail account and we're going to go back towards the inbox. And yes, over here you can see that we have received a new mail. It is saying your recent purchase with Pabbly just made our day test user. Dear test user, we sincerely thank you for your purchase at Pabbly. And you can see the rest of the mail which we have received. Also, you can see that we have received the discount code too right over here. So yes, you can see in real time within seconds a mail is sent to my customer who purchased this course. So easy and helpful, right? So yes, this is the automation we're going to create in today's video. And if you also want to create this automation for your business, then for that you have to watch this tutorial till the end. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button right over here which says sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with this automation, we simply have to click on this button which says create workflow. Now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to set up thank you emails after purchase using AI agent. And then we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says create. And as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards towards the commands given by our trigger. And that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started with our automation, we simply have to select our trigger application. So here what I want is I want to set up thank you emails after purchase. So over here I'm just going to select Razorpay as my trigger application, because what I want is that as soon as a new purchase is made with the help of my Razorpay account, automatically this workflow should get triggered. You can use any another application tool like Instamojo, Stripe or many more. Pabbly supports them all. Alright, now for the trigger event, I'm just going to select it as payment captured. And over here it is giving me a webhook URL, and we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Razorpay account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we're going to do is I'm simply going to copy this webhook URL, and then we're going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your Razorpay account. Alright, so we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my Razorpay account, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards this developers section. Now after coming over here towards the developers section, we have to go towards this webhook section available right over here. Now after coming over here towards the webhook section, we have to go towards this add new webhook. And now it is asking me for the webhook URL, so we are simply going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. Now it is asking me for the secret and the alert email. So both of these are not the required fields. I'm only going to fill in the required fields. It is asking me for the active events. So as you can see in the help text, it's clearly mentioned that select payment captured from active events section. So over here we have to select it as payment captured, and then we are simply going to click on this create webhook. And yes, with this it is saying webhook saved successfully. So with this we have successfully created a connection between our Razorpay account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. And in order to do this test submission, I'm just going to open my payment page, and over here you can see that this is my payment page, and we're going to do the test submission with the new name. Alright, so I'm just going to go back, and over here let's say for the first name I'm just going to keep it as smart, last name as user, this is the email, the phone number. And now I'm just going to select the course right over here and click on this pay 1500. And as soon as we're going to click on this pay 1500, it's asking me for the payment option. So let's say that I'm just going to select the payment option as UPI only, enter my UPI details and click on this verify and pay. And as soon as we're going to click on this verify and pay, it is saying open your Razorpay app and complete the payment. Alright, so I'm just going to open the app and confirm this payment right from here. And after confirming the payment, we're going to wait for a few seconds, and yes, you can see payment successful. So with this we have successfully purchase this course as smart user. And now what has happened is that Razorpay has sent the details of a test submission to our workflow. And yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see the name which we entered, you can see the email, the course name, and also you can see the phone number, the order ID, and the rest of the details. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new response is received from our Razorpay, automatically Pabbly is going to capture that payment. Alright, so yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now I'm just going to move on towards my action step. I want to set up thank you emails after purchase, right? So for that we have to select our action application as our AI agent. But before selecting the action as AI agent, first I'm just going to add a filter condition in this workflow. And to add that filter condition, I'm simply going to select a feature by Pabbly, which is filter, which helps you to add conditions in your workflow. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as filter values and click on this connect. And now over here for the label, I'm just going to select my course name. What filter I want to add is that only if the course is purchased of this name, then only this workflow should get triggered, not in the case of any another course purchased, because I only want to create this automation for this course, nothing else. Alright, so I'm just going to add the filter for the same. So for that I'm just going to select the label right over here, which is the course name. So I'm just going to look for the course name and select the label. For the filter type, I'm just going to keep it as equals to, and then I'm just going to enter the value of my course name right over here, and I'm just simply going to click on this save and send test request. And as you can see, message condition is true. So now what will happen is that only if this course is purchased, which is Master of Digital Marketing, then only this workflow is going to move on further from this second step. Otherwise this workflow is going to stop right over here if the condition is false. Alright, so now we're going to move on towards our main action step, which is our AI agent. Alright, so now from action application, I'm just going to select my AI agent agent, which is OpenAI. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to select it. Over here for my AI agent, I'm just going to use OpenAI. You can use any another AI agent of your choice like Google Gemini. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we simply have to follow the help text, and it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI's API key page to get the API key that you need to enter here. Alright, so I'm just going to go towards my OpenAI API key page, and to go over there, over is a hyperlink. So I'm just going to click on this hyperlink given right over here. Alright, so as soon as I'm just going to click on this hyperlink, it is opening my OpenAI's API key page. And in order to create a new secret key, we have to go towards this green button which says create new secret key. Now for the name, let's say that I'm just going to keep it as thank you emails. And now for the project, I'm just going to select it as default project. You have to enter the name and the project according to your preferences. And then we're simply going to click on this create secret key button. And now it has created me the secret key. So I'm simply going to copy this key and then we are going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And now after pasting this secret key, I'm simply going to click on this button right over here which says save. And yes, with this we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. Now it is asking me to select the AI model. So over here you can select the AI model according to your preference. I'm just going to select GPT-4 right over here, and now it is asking me to enter the prompt. So alright, I'm just going to enter the prompt right over here. Okay, so this is the prompt I want to send to my AI agent, and you can notice that I've left these spaces in front of full name, email and order ID blank. So I'm just going to enter my customer details right over here so that I can generate personalized emails for each of my customer. Alright, so for that what we're going to do is I'm simply going to map these details. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected raise pay as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details automatically, my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm simply going to map this full name. I'm just going to look for name of my customer, and as you can see, smart user. So I'm simply going to map the first name, put a space and then the last name. Over here we're going to map the email too. I'm just going to look for email of my customer and we're simply going to map it. Over here I'm also going to map the order ID. I'm just going to look for order ID and then we are simply going to map it. Now after mapping all of these details, we're going to move forward. You can see the rest of the prompt. I've entered the prompt according to my specific business needs. You have to enter the prompt tailored to your business. Alright, so now after entering this prompt, I'm simply going to click on this button right over here which says save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, Pabbly or my OpenAI is going to generate me the email content. Alright, so we're going to wait for a few seconds till it is generating me the content. And yes, over here you can see that it has successfully generated me the content. Over here you can see the subject which is generated, which is thank you for your recent purchase at Pabbly. Over here you can see the message content, which is the mail content generated. As you can notice that it is really personalized towards my specific customer, which is smart user. You can see the whole email generated. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our this action step, which is OpenAI or our AI agent. Now further what I want to do is I want to set up thank you emails after purchase, right? So now after generating the email content, I want to send them the email too. And to send the email, I'm just going to add another action step right over here. Now for the action application, we are going to select it as Gmail. So I'm simply going to search for it and then we're simply going to select it too. For the action event, I'm just going to select it as send email v2 and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Gmail account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now you have to follow me and click on this connect with Gmail. Now it is asking me to select the Gmail account, so I'm simply going to select my Gmail account with the help of which I want to send the emails. Now Pabbly is asking me for some permission, so I'm simply going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on this allow. Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we're going to click on this allow, you can see that with this we have successfully connected our Gmail account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. Now we're going to move forward and map this recipient email address. So I'm just going to look for email in the previous response, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to map it. We are going to move on forward. It it is asking for CC and BCC. So both of these are not the required fields. So I'm just going to leave it as blank and move on forward. Now it is asking me for the sender's email address. So I'm simply going to select the sender's email address, and then we're going to move on forward towards the sender's name. So if you wish, you can definitely add a sender's name right over here, but this is not the required field. So I'm just going to leave it as blank and enter the email subject. I'm just going to map the email subject which OpenAI generated. I'm simply going to map it. We are going to move forward. For the reply to, this email is not a reply email. I'm going to leave it as blank. Select the email content type as plain. And now over here in the email content, I'm just going to map the content which we receive from the response of our AI agent. Now we're going to move forward. It is asking for many another details. So all of these details are not the required details. So I'm just going to leave it as blank or leave them as they are. And I'm just going to simply click on this save and send test request in order to send the email to my customer. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that with this we have successfully sent an email to our customer. So I'm just going to open my Gmail account and check for the mail sent. So I'm just going to open my Gmail account and go back towards this inbox. We're going to refresh it right from here in order to check for the new email received. And yes, you can see thank you for your recent purchase at Pabbly. Yes, over here you can see that we have successfully received a new email which is for smart user. You can see it is saying we can't thank you enough for your recent purchase from Pabbly. We are really excited for you to share the experience of our products. Yes, you can see that with this we have successfully sent them a mail which is personalized for my customer. That too without any manual efforts in real time. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new payment or a new course is purchased, which is my digital marketing course, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. My AI agent is going to generate the mail content and send that content towards my customer, that too without any manual efforts. Like I showed you in the real-time example, in seconds the mail would be sent towards my customer. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this video and this workflow. And now if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.